Germany were crowned world champions for the fourth time at the 2014 tournament. England are there and so are holders Germany, but a World Cup place for the other home nations hangs in the balance before the final group qualifying matches. Northern Ireland are guaranteed a top two finish, while Wales and Scotland have the chance to finish second in the group, which may well seal a place in the playoffs for Russia 2018, but coming second and staying in contention are not necessarily the same thing. More on that later. Meanwhile, the Netherlands and Iceland face a battle to go through, while Argentina are in trouble and Syria are in a playoff to keep their unlikely World Cup dream alive. Here, we analyze the scenarios to establish who needs what from the final two rounds of qualifiers. Bear with us, it's complicated, but worth it. Who has qualified? The tournament will consist of 32 teams, with hosts Russia joined by 31 qualifiers from around the globe. The holders no longer qualify automatically, but Germany have progressed as group winners. 8 other sides are guaranteed to be there: Brazil, Iran, Japan, Mexico, Belgium, Saudi Arabia, South Korea and England. In Europe, the side that top each of the 9 groups reaches the finals, while the best 8 of 9 runners-up go into November's playoffs. What about the home nations? Northern Ireland Group C: Sunday, Norway, a 1945 all-times BST despite 2 defeats and a draw behind leaders Germany. Second place Northern Ireland have more points than some group leaders. 7 clear of Czech Republic in third. They are guaranteed a top 2 place as they look to reach their first World Cup since 1986. Wales Group D: Friday, Georgia, a 1700, Monday, Republic of Ireland H: 1945. Don't take me home, please don't take me home, sang the fans as Wales marched to the semi-finals of Euro 2016. Now they want to cheer them in a second World Cup, with their only previous finals appearance coming in 1958. However, Chris Coleman's side must play their final 2 group matches without injured talisman Gareth Bale. A win in Georgia on Friday will be enough to secure a top 2 spot if the Republic of Ireland fail to beat Moldova at home. Otherwise, it could come down to Monday's meeting between Wales and the Republic in Cardiff. Serbia lead the group and will qualify with victory in Austria or at home to Georgia. The Republic can enter the playoff picture by beating Moldova and Wales. A win over Moldova and a draw with Wales would only be enough if Wales fail to beat Georgia. England Group F: Sunday, Lithuania, a 1700, unbeaten England, with 7 wins and 2 draws, qualified automatically despite a lackluster 10 victory over Slovenia on Thursday. Manager Gareth Southgate will be hoping his side complete an unbeaten campaign when they travel to Lithuania in their final qualifying match. Scotland Group F: Sunday, Slovenia, a 1700, with only 4 points from their first 4 matches. Few were rushing to back Scotland to reach Russia. But victory over Slovenia, a draw with England and wins against Lithuania and Malta have put them back in the hunt for a first World Cup appearance since 1998. Scotland's destiny is in their own hands after a late winner against Slovakia lifted them into second in the group. Victory in Slovenia on Sunday could clinch a playoff spot, depending on other results. The playoff puzzle: there's no easy way of explaining this, but here goes. 8 of the 9 European runners-up go into a 2-legged playoff for 4 places at next year's finals. That means the runner-up with the fewest points misses out. That unfortunate position is currently occupied by Wales, although plenty can change over the coming days. Bosnia-Herzegovina, for example, are also on 8 points and face 2 difficult games, against already qualified Belgium and a trip in Estonia. It is important to note that results against the bottom side in each group do not count in the final playoff standings. The ranking of second-placed teams in the qualifying groups is determined by the highest number of points. If teams are equal on points, positions are decided by goal difference, goals scored away from home and fair play points. FIFA says teams will be seeded for the draw on the 17th of October, with the top 4 sides according to its rankings at the time in one pot and the remaining 4 in another. The teams currently in second place are Portugal 3rd in rankings, Wales 13, Italy 17, Slovakia 19, Northern Ireland 20, Iceland 22, Sweden 23, Bosnia-Herzegovina 36 and Montenegro 37. While there are plenty of permutations, a Wales-Northern Ireland playoff is a possibility. Playoff table position team played goal difference points 1 Portugal 618,152 Denmark 77,133 Northern Ireland 75,134 Italy 63,135 Iceland 73,136 Scotland 71,117 Sweden 63,108 Bosnia and Herzegovina 6,289 Wales 618 Rest of Europe. Could the Netherlands miss out? Europe's places 14 including hosts Russia. Already qualified Belgium, Russia, Germany, England. They may be three times World Cup runners-up, but the Netherlands are in a scrap to reach next year's tournament. The Dutch are in third place in Group A, behind France and Sweden, and will be out if they fail to at least match Sweden's result on Saturday. Sweden host Luxembourg before travelling to the Netherlands, who first visit Belarus, in a potential decider on Tuesday. Surprise Euro 2016 quarter-finalists Iceland, the smallest nation to qualify for a major tournament when they reached Euro 2016, are in second place but level on points with Group 1 leaders Croatia. Victories over Turkey and Kosovo would secure a playoff place at least, although Turkey and Ukraine are only 2 points behind Iceland. Portugal, while sure of at least making the playoffs, face a critical final match at home to Group B leaders Switzerland on Tuesday as they aim to make up a 3-point deficit. Road to Russia. The key dates: the 17th of October Europe playoff draws, Zurich 9-1-1 November playoff first legs, 12-14 November playoff second legs, the 1st of December groups are drawn, the 14th of June, the 15th of July 2018 World Cup Asia. The Syria story: Syria players celebrate after a 22 draw with Iran secured a playoff against Australia. Asian places 4 plus a playoff place. Already qualified Iran, South Korea, Japan, Saudi Arabia. Now this is some tale. Syria remain in contention for the World Cup despite the odds being stacked against a nation that is in the middle of a 6-year war. The team have no funding because of sanctions and play their home games in Malaysia, a 9,000-mile round trip. But they made it through to a playoff against Australia, with Omar El Soma's late penalty earning them a 11 first leg draw on Thursday. The return leg takes place in Sydney on Tuesday, the 10th of October, kickoff 1000 BST. The winner will face a CONCACAF North and Central America and the Caribbean side in another two-leg tie the following month for a place at the World Cup. South America: Argentina in trouble. Argentina have lost 1 and drawn 2 of their past 3 qualifying matches. South America places 4 plus a playoff place. Already qualified Brazil. It seems almost inconceivable that Lionel Messi will not be at football's biggest tournament, but his Argentina side are in real danger of missing out. The two-time champions, who have not missed the World Cup since 1970, are languishing in 5th place. With the top 4 teams qualifying, a 5th-place finish would send them into a two-leg playoff against New Zealand, but even that scenario is far from assured, with Copa America holders Chile a point behind in 6th. Argentina take on Peru, who are above them in 4th on goal difference, before facing Ecuador. South American World Cup qualifying fixtures table: CONCACAF, who will join Mexico. North America, Central America and Caribbean places 3 plus a playoff place. Already qualified Mexico. Mexico will compete at their 7th straight World Cup next summer, with Costa Rica on the verge of direct qualification from the CONCACAF section. But a third automatic berth is still up for grabs, while the 4th-placed side can also qualify through the Intercontinental Playoffs. Surprise packages: Panama, in 3rd, lead the United States and Honduras by a single point. North America, Central America and Caribbean World Cup qualifying fixtures table: South Africa, Nigeria on track. African places 5. Already qualified non-Nigeria are closing on a 6th World Cup appearance, while Egypt, led by Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, are on course for their first since 1990, but Africa Cup of Nations champions Cameroon are out of the running. There are no playoffs in Africa, with the team that top each of the 5 qualifying groups going through. Tunisia, Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso are the other current group leaders. African World Cup qualifying fixtures tables: Oceania, New Zealand await opponents. Oceania places 1 playoff place. Already qualified non-New Zealand beat the Solomon Islands over 2 legs as winners of their respective groups to book their place in the Intercontinental Playoffs, and will take on the 5th-place team from South American qualifying in November. Relive all the goals from World Cup 2014.